We will pay you $4 for 1 hour of your time, persons needed for a study of memory. We will pay 500 New Haven men to help us complete a scientific study of memory and learning. This study will be done at the Yale University. Each person who participates will be paid $4 plus 50 cents car fare for approximately 1 hour's time. We will need you for only 1 hour and there is no further obligations. You may choose the time you would like to come, evenings, weekdays or weekends. No special training, education or experience is required. We want factory workers, city employees, labourers, barbers, businessmen, clerks, professional people, telephone workers, construction workers, salespeople, white-collar workers and anyone else that physically has a pair of legs, a pair of eyes and understands the concept of money. All persons must be between the ages of 20 and 50. High school and college students cannot be used. If you meet these qualifications, your name and contact to Professor Stanley Milgram, Department of Psychology, Yale University, New Haven. You will be notified later of the specific time and date of the study. We reserve the right to decline any applications. You will be paid $4, yada yada yada, once you arrive at the laboratory. Sorry, that's written so small I had to move the microphone in order to read it. And now that I've put the microphone back on the table, because it makes a horrible noise when you pick it up, I will tell you that this is actually a very famous and very interesting study that is talked about a lot in the circles of psychology, and I learned about when I was studying psychology. And, yes, I won't tell you what the study is actually about in case you're not familiar with it, because I don't want to spoil it. But, why am I so short? Oh, because I'm sitting in a chair. Right, that makes sense. Right, okay, let's get on with the experiment. How do I help? I don't know, because I clicked out of the game. I hate it when games do that, particularly because it usually screws up the recording because I accidentally pressed a button I didn't mean to in OBS, but no, everything looks fine. Thank you for taking part in the research studies. One of you has been randomly selected to play the role of teacher, and the other to play the role of student. Are you ready to begin? How do I say yes? Well, just by spinning around a lot, it seems. Yes. Oh, yes, wonderful. Yes, and 0 for no. Yes, I'm very ready. Good. This study will evaluate the effects of electrical stimuli on memorization ability. Students, you have been provided with a set of associated word pairs to commit to memory. I'll be testing you on your recollection of these pairs. Teacher, when the student fails to correctly associate a word, you will be instructed to deliver a mild electric shock using the console in front of you. Please follow my instructions and deliver electric shocks only when commanded. Oh man, am I gonna zap the hell out of this kid. Let's up it a bit. Oh right, sorry, the first word is table, I didn't get to read that. What's the associated word? Bed. Correct. Music. Art. Correct. Hair, fur, correct. House, home, incorrect. Oh dear, please deliver an electrical stimulus of 15 volts. I'm sorry, mate. I was expecting a bit more of a theatrical reaction, but alright. Yes, I want to stop the experiment. I zapped him, mate. Very well, please do not interrupt the experiment. I zapped him. That scared me more than it scared him. Crying out loud, I'm not very good at this, am I? I've actually participated in quite a few scientific studies. You'd think I'd be good at this. Not ones like these, but other ones. Good, but we'll continue with the word pairs. Please increase the voltage to 30 volts. Alright then. Like that. Cradle. Baby. Correct. Camel. Hump. Correct. Kitty. Do we have to have those word pairs directly next to each other? Couldn't we have like separated them out a little bit with some like innocular stuff in the middle? Never mind. Cheese. Yes, please. Oh wait, no, mouse. Yes. Ale. Ale. Beer. Incorrect. Uncle. Oh, Kitty Aunt. I think I need to aunt. Incorrect. Please deliver the electrical stimuli of 30 volts. Ow, that genuinely is quite loud and hurts. Okay, I don't know if these are the genuine word pairs that were actually used during this experiment or not, or whether they just made them up. I don't know. I don't know how detailed the records of the experiment are. Good, we will proceed with the word pairs. Please increase the voltage to 45 volts. There we are. Pepper. Salt. Correct. Frown. Smile. They're not word pairs, they're just antonyms, for crying out loud. The next will be run, won't it? Yes. Apple. Pear. Orange. You say potato, I say potato. Chicken, egg, brick, mortar, pencil, crayon. Oh no, I must zap you again. I think my Zapatron 5000 is broken. Kitty on, it still gets me. Right, let's increase to 90 volts. That's quite a lot of jumps. Clear, air, red, green, wife, husband, water. Water? I don't know. That is incorrect. It was 3 words instead of 1. Oh dear, I must now zap you again. Is 90 volts a lot? I've got no idea. I don't understand electrics at all. Let's just return to the volt pairs, the word pairs even. Please increase to 150 volts. That sounds like a lot. Uncle, cousin, cheese, mouse, hare, fur, cat, dog, bed, sleep. Uh-oh. Wasn't bed with table before? Please administer an electrical stimuli of 150 volts. Get on with it. I haven't all night. Well, I have, but that's not the point. Just zap him, for crying out loud. Shove a plug up his bum. I don't care. Just get on with it. I refuse to continue this experiment. We will return to the word pairs. Please increase the voltage to 125. 225. Many zaps. Soap. Water. Husband. Wife. Despite being, despite refusing to do the experiment, you've still got the thing on your head. But never mind. Chicken, egg, pen, paper, incorrect. Oh dear, already pen and pencil, isn't it? 225. I am seriously going to start doing this man some damage in a minute. We'll get on with it. We haven't all evening. That was actually quite a convincing scream of pain. Well done to the developer. Good, we will increase 315. That sounds like a lot. Suit, tie, sour, sweet, error, trial, down. It's up, mate. It's clearly just up. Out, incorrect. Oh dear. 315 volts. Is that a lot? I'm trying to think about anything that I know, which amps is the thing I understand, because amps are in fuses. They're like, I think it's like physically how much electricity is there. It's like the strength of the electricity or something. I don't know. I'm not an electrician. I'm just a murderer, it would seem. Yeah, that sounds seriously unpleasant. And now someone's calling me. No, they're not. They called me for 2 seconds, and then they hung up. Wow, they've got good levels of patience, haven't they? Never mind. This is far more important than whoever the hell it was that just rang me. Please, my heart, my family, they love me. Probably not, or else I wouldn't be here trying to earn $4. Mind you, when this was conducted, $4 was a lot of money. Let us continue at 450 volts. You masochist. As you know, I'm the sadist, aren't I, for doing this? Mortar. Please respond to the associated word. He's dead. Look at him. He's clearly very dead. If you do not respond, your remark is incorrect. The word is mortar. That is the incorrect response. Please deliver the electrical stimuli of 450 volts. Yes. Don't actually do this. Don't actually zap people just because some twit with no hair told you to. Thank you. This concludes the experiment. You are free to leave the facility. Oh, pa. Thank you. That's the end. Oh gosh, I'm a horrible, horrible person. I murdered a man and ripped apart a family and deprived a company of a valuable employee just to earn $4. Right, okay. I can only apologise. Right, allow me to zap him a little bit. I'll just do 1 or 2, and then we will make a slight change to my behaviour. Also, I should probably note, I don't know how easy it is for you to hear this, but the sound, for the most part, works fine. like the zaps and the buttons and the dialogue and stuff, but the rest of the noise sounds completely off. It just sounds like a really dodgy microphone connection. I don't know if you're picking up on that, and I don't know if it's intentional. But anyway, yes. Now that we get, I forget how many of these things he gets right. Okay, I've zapped him a couple of times, but now I'm going to say I want to stop the experiment. He's fine. Please continue. No, I want to stop the experiment. The experiment requires that you continue. I want to stop the experiment. It is absolutely essential that you continue. Really, is the White House going to blow up because this bloke hasn't been zapped? Who is he? Some kind of Soviet spy? I want to stop the experiment. You have no choice. You must continue. I don't remember that particular prompt from my psychology textbook. Can we just get on with it? Very well, this concludes the experiment. You are free to leave the facility. Oh, okay, and that's that. Okay, I was kind of expecting a little bit more. I don't know why, because that played out exactly as the experiment happened. If you're at all interested and you'd like a very half-remembered, bastardized version of what the experiment was actually about, rather than just googling it, I forget what it's called, but probably if you put in something like Stanley Milgram electric shock obedience psychology experiment, you'll probably find it quite easily. But I gave it away by describing it there. The test actually had nothing to do with memory whatsoever. It was entirely based on studying obedience to authority. The people would be brought in for the experiment, and then they were paired up with another person, and they were told that one of them would be applied to a teaching position, which is the position that we played in the game, and one of them be applied to the learning position. That was the bloke on the other side of the glass who was being zapped. And really, that wasn't what was going on. The student was a member of staff, and every participant became the teacher in the experiment. And it wasn't about testing memory. It was entirely about testing whether the participants would be willing to commit violent acts purely because they were told to by a scientific researcher. So I think the hypothesis came from, because it was conducted shortly after the Second World War, and it was when members of the soldiers from the Nazis and the Axis powers and the Japanese soldiers were being convicted of war crimes, and people were putting up the defense. They were only doing as they were ordered to, and they were wondering, is that a cultural thing? Is it something to do with the fact that Europeans, for example, are they more willing to commit horrible crimes merely because they're ordered to? So they conducted this experiment in America to find out whether or not Americans would be equally capable of doing something horrible, i.e. providing dangerous electric shocks to a fellow American purely because they were told to. And if I remember correctly, the overarching result was that yes, people would, merely because they were told to zap a fellow human being and paid $4 for it by a man in a white coat. Yes, they would do that. They would absolutely hurt a fellow human being simply because they were told to. It's a very interesting study. There's probably lots and lots of documentaries. It's a very famous study, very famous psychologist. So I probably haven't explained it very well, but perhaps I have piqued your interest in psychology, or maybe I've put you off the subject forever. Either way, thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen, for You Must Continue, I think this is called. And yes, anyway, bye.